All right, we're live. It's Walker here. I'm at SAE Aero Design East in 2022, and it's back again after a couple-year hiatus. And so we thought we'd kind of come around and take a look at some of the students and see what they have for this year. I've already looked around a little bit, and there's some really interesting designs. So it looks like some radical rules changes this year, so we're going to find out and see what happened since the last time and see what the new stuff is. And we got a gentleman here that's agreed to talk to us. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Chris Bradford, and I'm with the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology Aero Design team.
Oh, great. It's your first time competing?
No, this is my third time competing.
Oh, you're an old hand at this.
Yeah, but it's been a couple of years because of all the COVID and stuff.
All right, so you're probably ready to graduate soon, I imagine.
Yes.
The last hurrah?
Yes, this will be my last competition, probably.
All right, hopefully you do really well. So tell us about your aircraft.
All right, so this is a regular class plane. And we're looking to carry 2 soccer balls and about 10 to 15 pounds of steel, depending on the air conditions. It's a biplane configuration. Our main fuselage was made out of laser cut airplane plywood, and our wings were cut out of insulation foam with a 3-axis hot wire cutter.
Oh, fancy. Was this all done at your school?
Yes. We got the laser cut wood from a local vendor who's very kind enough to sponsor us, Sand Scripts in Rapid City, South Dakota. They do a really good job.
Well, that's great to hear you guys a little sponsorship and some help out from some local vendors. Have you flown this yet?
No, we'll be flying it for the first time here. There was an air show in town that closed the local flying fields. So we'll be flying it for the first time here.
Oh, wow. Well, that looks to be very exciting. But how many people in your team?
We're about 10 people, and 4 people managed to make it, so we're a pretty small team at this competition.
Well, that's good. Well, hopefully you can bring back some glory after the weekend, and that's great. We look forward to seeing it fly, and best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one.
Okay, we're going to move on. There's another team here. Is it Team Skylark? So who wants to talk? Who's the team captain? You are. Okay, you've been voluntold to give us, tell us about your aircraft. Well, first of all, who are you? Where are you from?
Okay, so we're Team DJ Skylark, and we're from India, Mumbai, India. And we've been participating in SAE Aero Design for the past 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. And this is, I think, the third time we've participated with this rule set for the regular class. And we're also participating in the micro class. So, yeah.
Did much change for the regular class this year? Is there a big change this year for regular class?
Yeah. Last year we had a much larger aircraft. We had 4 balls, and this time we have a much smaller aircraft with a circular cross section. So we only have 1 ball this year. So a much aerodynamic, much sleeker aircraft.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
I have to ask, have you flown it yet?
We have flown it in India, but not here yet. So we might get it up in the air today if we have the time, or we might just fly it tomorrow for the competition directly.
Yeah, it's a little breezy today.
It is indeed.
It is really. In fact, it was very windy, maybe, I don't know, an hour ago, I guess, but the winds have died down now, so we might try to fly it after we've completed the technical inspection.
Do you get windy days like this in Mumbai?
Not so much, not really windy as here it is.
Great, I see a lot of guys there. How big is your team?
So there's 21 of us here.
21, wow!
But the whole team is 29 people, and in US, there's 21 of us.
Did you have any issues getting your aircraft here overseas in the travel and that kind of stuff?
Apart from the extra fees we had to pay, not much. Not much. Really.
That's good, because in previous times we had some issues with customs and that kind of stuff for coming from overseas. So it's great you didn't have any issues this time. That's fantastic. And how many aircraft did you bring?
So we got 3 for regular class and 3 for micro class.
Particularly looking at a microphone.
Yeah, it's good to have backup. Could somebody talk to us about the micro class?
So this is our micro class aircraft for this year, and it's actually very similar to our last year. It's just that we used to lift 2 boxes last year, and now we got 3 boxes, again with the aerodynamic covers, so much more sleeker, much faster.
Okay, I was wondering what those were. I saw those earlier.
So you just put the boxes in here, and this one is just to give it a more aerodynamic shape.
Okay, I was wondering if they were like ailerons or something like that.
No. These are the ailerons here.
Okay, so that's interesting. I understand the microclass this year has landing gear, and it's much bigger than previous years.
Oh yeah, it is. And now we've got a different design for the landing gear this year. We've used 3D prints here, so this gives it the steering as well, right there.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate your time, and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right.
All right, interesting. Good rundown of the new rules and some interesting aircraft.
We can go take a look on that side.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the other side. We're here on Friday, so this is mainly inspections and check-in and safety inspections and some test flying. So we had a few people test fly. It is very windy out today, so the test flights have been really interesting to watch. But the ones I saw were actually fairly successful. So even though the wind is brisk, things have been good.
Take a look at that.
Oh yes.
So we're doing a live stream. Right now, guys.
Back again. Can somebody? You have a team captain or somebody? Okay, you again. Would you mind talking to me again?
Sure, yes.
I talked to him earlier,
How's it going?
so I had to keep bugging you. But we're going to ask some more pointed questions. Now, before you told me this was the micro class, and I couldn't believe it, but that is, how did you come up with this design? This is a fascinating and really unusual design.
So we're getting Doritos one day.
Hey, funny you mention that. Lockheed, which is right here, had what they call an A12, I think it was called, and they called it the Flying Dorito because it was triangular shaped. So look it up.
That's what we call ours sometimes too. Yeah, the flying Dorito or pizza slice.
Pizza. So tell us about this design. Tell us about your child here.
But yeah, it was a very long process. So it took a lot of research. Like we looked at old papers from like wind tunnel experiments in the past, and it took a lot of iteration and optimization to get here.
So, well, it's a beautiful design. I see it's all laser cut, looks like.
Yes, it's laser cut.
Wow. Kind of reminds me of some of like maybe the lifting body designs of the early, the 50s and 60s. Have you ever looked those up?
Yes, that's the idea.
Well, fantastic. So you got a motor, and have you flown it yet?
Yes, we like to test at home, back in Georgia. Like
Yeah.
a lot.
No, that's good. That's great to hear that. I almost forgot. What's your name?
My name is Andrew.
Name of your team?
We are Captain Buzzbeard, and the reason for that is if you take a look at the sticker in the front, you'll see. Since we have to take off from a table, the joke is that like it's kind of walking the plank.
Oh yeah, Arr, rock the plank. Arr. So it looks like Georgia Tech, like I mentioned before. That's great. How big is your team?
We brought 8 of us. 6 of us are here today. We have a lot more at back at Tech who aren't able to join us this time around. So.
And did you start this at the beginning of the last semester or something like that?
Yes, beginning of each year we start our design process. Beginning of each school year.
Well, that's great. Well, the best of luck to you guys. Really look forward to seeing this fly.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Well, hey, that's great. We got a couple people to talk to us. It gives you kind of a good cross-section of some of the designs you'll see here. We look forward to some more live shows throughout the weekend. We will show you some really great stuff, some flight videos, and some of the more really interesting designs. And hopefully we can wrap things up with some award ceremonies and see who comes out of the arena alive. So on that note, stay tuned. We'll catch you later, and have a good day.